Hi everyone, this time I will explain how you can install some meters into the box and as well connect them with the rest of it. Here I have a little piece of paper of the meters and I'm just going to show you up close. This is the oil and water temperature meter, and as you can see at the top it will connect to the 12 volt plus. The yellow one goes to the ignition switch, which is also 12 volts, and then you got underneath the black wire goes to the ground, and you got a green wire which is connected to this variable resistor, but we're not using this one. If you want to install an oil water temperature gauge, then you can use it and connect a small resistor to the ground. So from the green wire to the small resistor to the ground, and then depending on how many ohm resistor you use, that will give the position of the needle. Well, the value of these resistors is about between 100 ohm or maybe 10 ohm and 1000 ohm, and I think I used around 300 ohm to give the position to the needle. As well, it's the same thing with the oil pressure gauge, because you don't need this sensor. You just need a resistor to give it a position, the needle a position, in the meter. So I'm just going to show you the box, and I'm going to zoom in a little and move the camera a little so you'll see. Of course, here we have the meters. It's going to zoom in. As you can see, top left is the water temperature, on the right is the oil temperature, and I just gave these needles just before the red a position with a little resistor around 300 ohms, and it's the same for this one. Maybe I used here like 600 ohm or 450, whatever. And it's also the same on the bottom right, and that's the oil pressure gauge. Well, the left bottom one is really easy one, because that's just the voltmeter, and it gives us 12 volt from the adapter in the wall. I'm just going to show you as well. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit again. A scheme I made, so how you can connect all the 12 volt component together. And maybe you can make a screenshot or pause the video if you really want to look into it. So I'm just gonna, I hope you will see it. Just gonna try to do my best so you will get the whole picture. And it's just like that. So I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit here. So here you have the ES1 and the relay, and the ESC with the motor connected. As well, you have this is the smoking machine. So you got a pump and you got this pot with the heating coil in it, and this is the print. And underneath you see a PWM and the switches. So I'm just gonna basically show you how it works. So we get the 12 volts in, as you will follow this line, the plus line, all the way to the bottom, and you will see it goes to the first switch. And if we connect this switch, it goes to the ignition switch, and if you turn that one on, it goes to a relay and to this coil, and it will activate the coil so that it closes this connection. It makes a connection. As you can see here, from this point as well, the 12 volts are going up towards the relay, as you can see here. So if we turn on the key switch, the ignition switch, this one closes and the power goes down to the second switch or the first switch. And that's of course of the sound module. I wrote it in here, sound. So if we turn this one on, you can see the plus goes to the ES1. As well, as you can see, from this switch that goes, the plus just goes through to this switch, and that's of the smoking machine. So if you turn this one on, the smoking machine will get power as well. As well, from this point on, you go to the first switch, and it's the light switch. The little light bulbs I built into the oil pan of the engine and in top of the cylinder head. I'll just show you later on. If you turn this one on, it goes to the PWM just to regulate the voltage output you want to give to the light bulbs. And these light bulbs are just very small little light bulbs with wiring on them. They are used for model train scenery, you know, like the lanterns and the house lightings and things like that. And they work on 12 volt. You can see it. So that's how it works. And as well, remember all the ground ones, so it's the minus, they're actually all connected together as well from this coil. You will see here is the minus, and it connects to this line, which is the minus line from the ES1 going all the way to the minus of the 12 volt. As you can see here, the two other wires as well connected to the minus, and that's the one from the PWM as well, as you can see, to the ground or the minus of the smoke generator print. And of course you can see here I've got these for the signal wire, you know, this cable with the 3 wires. Got them here from the ESC, from the ES1. You all connect them together. So that's how it works. I'm just going to show you, so you can always pause the video to have a clear view of how you should connect the things. Just a little bit like that. Well, this is the scheme, electrical scheme. Now I'm going to show you a different thing. These are 12 volt LEDs in 5mm, and it's actually like a yellow orangey flame. I will show you because I can put them in the adapter plug. That's this one here. So the long pin, I hope you can see that. Yeah, the long pin is the plus. So I'm just in the plug, the center one is the plus. So I'm just gonna touch it. You'll see it gives this yellow orange light, and I use those ones for giving an extra touch for the exhaust pipes. Now I'm going to move the engine a little bit, so I hope you will see, maybe like that. But you got these LEDs, of course, and I used a little bit of, tiny bit of shrinking tube, you can see here, and put it over the LED. So you got it like that, instead of like that. And that will fit into the exhaust pipe, like that. I'm just going to zoom in so you'll see. And of course I don't fitted any LEDs like that into the pipes, but I did from the other side to close it off so that the smoke doesn't leave the other side of the pipe into the cylinder head. So actually behind here there are, you know, 8 LEDs in all the pipes, and I'll connect them together, like the plus on the plus and the minus on the minus, and I connect these LEDs the same with the motor. So that's why you see this cable. I just take the LED out. That's why you will see here this cable to the motor, and it goes out again, and that is going to all the LEDs. So there are all LEDs in here, fitted like that into the pipe to close it off, so that the smoke, as you can see here is a nipple with the black hose from the smoke generator, so it blows smoke in here and leaves it like that. But it shouldn't be going into the cylinder head, of course, so that's why I use these LEDs to close it off with a little bit of glue as well. Connected all the long pins together, connected it to the plus of of the motor, and the minus to the minus. All the minus pins also connected, and then as well to the minus of the motor. So if you speed up the motor, let's say the motor gets from 0 to 12 volts, it gets 6 volts, it also gives 6 volts to the LEDs, and that will of course shine some light out of these pipes. It's hard to see during the day, but at night it gives a nice effect. You can see the light shining in the pipe through the smoke that's coming out as well. So I'm just trying to show you if you can see the LEDs. I got a little mirror, just trying to show you. So I'm just going to start her up. I'm just not using the sound now, but I'll take the mirror. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. I hope you can see that. Yeah, like that. So as you can see, they're burning a little bit. More throttle. Now I'll try to do with the smoke as well. So turn on the smoke machines.